Hi QPR fans, my name's George Sharp and I'm joined today by QPR youngster and striker Sinclair Armstrong. Thanks for joining me today.
No problem, mate. Happy to be here.
Thank you. I'm going to start by quite an obvious question. How are you enjoying the season so far?
Like, was it collective or
Uh,
individually?
Individually.
Yeah, very different. Obviously, last season I was on loan twice. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, now I'm in a professional environment with very good players. So everything is very much different. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to take it all in. But yeah, it's been enjoyable so far, to be honest.
Yeah, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. And as a general in your whole career, who would you say is your biggest influence?
My biggest influence on my career,
Yeah.
not the biggest influence, probably my parents. Um, so obviously since the age of 10, I probably started taking football very, very seriously, if you know what I mean. And obviously, when your parents, take you up and down the country, because obviously I'm born in Ireland. So when they take you up and down the country in Ireland, game after game, and when you play rubbish, it's that car journey on the way back is tough. Do you know what I mean? But they stuck with me, throughout all the way. So yeah, say my parents, yeah, they're probably very big on my in my football career.
Yeah, that's good to hear. And as you touched on your island part of you, so how were you scouted for Shamrock Rovers? So how did that come about and what age?
So obviously I came here at the age of 17 years of age. So I just came in for a trial. Obviously I've come from Ireland, Shamrock Rovers. I've came here for around the week trial, and then it went well. And after 4 days, they just signed me.
Yeah, that's good. Was there any other interest from any other clubs?
I can't even be saying that now. But listen, what's out there is out there. Do you know what I mean? But yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And you made your first team debut in Ireland at only 15. How was that?
yeah, it was yeah, something I'll keep close to my heart forever, and obviously making my debut against Celtic, something I never thought I'd do at the age of 15. But yeah, it was a very, very enjoyable experience.
Can you talk us through the academy system in Ireland? Is it any different to the England system?
I don't think there's I don't think there's that much difference. I think, obviously there's obviously the same age groups, you know what I mean? I think everyone just has that one goal of, trying to make it to their first team, if you know what I mean. So, there's not that much difference, to be fair.
Yeah, and have you always been like a striker or an attacking player, or have you played in any other positions?
I used to play until I don't think many people know this actually. Until the age of 15, I was a winger.
Oh wow.
Age of 15, I moved as a striker, and then from then on, I just started playing as a nine.
Yeah, is that your preferred position now? So if you do you prefer playing up front?
Yeah, I prefer playing in the nine position now. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know you don't want to seem big-headed or anything, but how do you describe yourself as a player? Like, what do you reckon are your strengths?
I think it's out there in the wind, really. I think obviously, if you see me play, obviously it's I'd like to think I'm physical, you know, fast, strong, getting behind, really. So I think they're my biggest attributes.
Yeah, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. And you touched on your loans earlier. How has that helped your development?
I think massively. I think it's helped me to deal with crowds, and
Mm.
probably helped me with my anxiety, really. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm not used to, playing in front of large crowds, to be honest.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it helped me a lot. Obviously when I first had my loan spell at Torquay, and I remember playing Wrexham in front of like probably 11,000 people. That's probably the largest I've played in. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
it's helped me a lot. Yeah.
Do you think you're someone who thrives under the idea of pressure?
Yeah, 100%. I think it's something that I've been under pressure since the age of 15. So, and I've put pressure on myself, to, be in this position I'm in. So I'm grateful that I'm here, but pressure, like for me, it's something I just have to thrive off, you know what I mean? So like I just take it as it comes, really.
Yeah, that makes sense. And this season, you made your debut against Blackburn. How good of a feeling was that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't think, I didn't really expect to be in the matchday squad, and even being in the matchday squad and then I ended up coming on. Obviously, all the gaffer giving me my debut. So yeah, I'll be forever grateful, and obviously, I have to give a special mention to the fans, when they sung my name for the first time, something I've never experienced before, if you know what I mean, when you have your home supporters, screaming your name out in the crowd. So yeah, I'm forever grateful. And then yeah, it's something that I'll forever remember.
Yeah, you did just touch on that, the fans. How important are the QPR fans to you?
I don't think people I don't think they actually understand how much they mean to me, to be fair. Whenever I have a good game, they'll tell me. When I have a bad game, they're very supportive of me. And, it just makes me, want to give that extra bit more, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I'll forever be grateful for them taking me in. And, and hopefully, as long as I'm playing, and on the pitch for QPR, I'll always give 100%.
Yeah, and obviously you made your home debut against Cardiff, winning a penalty, controversial sending off, and obviously that little hand gesture to the Cardiff fans, we all love that. Can you talk us through that?
This one, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Nah, obviously the debut. I think I touched with this in the post match interview. I said I didn't know I didn't know I was starting because obviously the old gaffer had told me I want a big 30 minutes from you from the bench tomorrow, and I was like, yeah, I'm ready. And then out of nowhere we're doing we're looking at the team. We're obviously looking at the team, and I see my face. I was like, geez, we're in for something here. And then obviously the penalty it came. And obviously, yeah, as you said, very, very controversial, but at the end of the day, I was very happy to, contribute something to the team. And obviously, this, obviously, I was just getting a bit, obviously, when I looked up, seen the Cardiff fans and I was getting a bit stick. So, I just
Why
have to.
not? Why not? Yeah.
At the end of the day, you just have to remind them they were losing. So, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, I think that's what we all love about you. And do you think your pace and aggression does intimidate defenders when you come onto the pitch?
Obviously, me having my God-given, strength and pace, has really helped me, to, kind of make an impact on this team, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I don't think obviously, pace. Well, I've kind of learned in this league, pace kills in this league. As long as I'm in this league, I'll try to use that to the best of my ability.
Yeah, that's good to hear. And who would you say is your best mate in the squad?
Best mate in the squad. Jesus. I'll I'll go with Murphy Cooper, the keeper. I don't think he's so funny. Like he says the most stupid things ever. But yeah, I'd probably say Murphy Cooper, yeah.
Yeah, and obviously you're still 19 years of age, so very young. How have the experienced players in the squad helped you?
Yeah, they've been a massive, help. Obviously, at times, of course, hasn't been the season, obviously, like I thought it would be, obviously in terms of, obviously I thought I'd come in and make an impact of scoring goals straight away, but it hasn't been like that, you know what I mean? So when you have obviously the skipper and, the top players, obviously, the likes of Ilya Scher and Chris Willock, when they're in your ear saying you have to be patient and, like, good things come to those who happen, if you know what I mean. So, I've had to be patient a lot, and I'm still patient waiting, for my first goal, if you know what I mean. But these players, they believe in me, and and as long as I have their trust, as I said before, I'm still gonna give 100%.
Yeah, and you just touched on hopefully getting your first goal soon. Do you have a specific celebration lined up?
Do you know what it is? Like, TikTok is actually a very good place to like find celebration. You know what I mean? So like,
yeah,
at the end of the day, isn't if whenever the first goal comes, like I'll know. I ain't gonna say now. You know what I mean?
But you know what you can. Yeah,
I'll have something lined up. I'll have something lined up 100%.
yeah, I'm sure it's going to come soon as well. And how do you relax away from the football pitch? Like, what are some of your hobbies?
Um, I like going on walks, really, or I like just reading books. Something that just kind of relaxes me. And obviously when I go on walks and have my headphones in, kind of just clears my head, if you know what I mean. And just going on walks just kind of relaxes me away and just takes me away from football.
Yeah, that's good to hear. And who would you say is your biggest critic in football?
100% my dad. Yeah, yeah. As I said, ever since I started taking football at the age of 10 seriously. Nonstop. It's been nonstop in my ear. Even at the age of even at the age of 10, if I was shocking in the game, like he'd tell me, like he'd be telling me stuff like, "You're not gonna make it if you play like that." Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
so it's just for me, like obviously, like I'm great enough for 100%. I'm grateful for my dad, because obviously he just says it as it is, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I probably say my dad.
Did you compete in any other sports before football?
Before football, nah, I think obviously playing football, like probably in school, I probably did athletics. That was it. But and obviously I did Gaelic for a while, like Gaelic football in Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't last long. And then and yeah, but yeah, probably just them two.
Yeah, and how have you settled from obviously Ireland and Dublin to London? How is there a difference there?
First it was probably tough at first because obviously living away from home, because obviously I lived in Ireland for 17 years, and obviously coming to a new environment, new place, new country, new people, but I think I've settled in well. I've been here for 2 years now, and then yeah, as I just said, I'm just trying to take it all in every day.
Exactly. Do you have any like say in some of the changing room music before a game?
Say it again, sorry.
Do you have any like say in the changing room music before a game? So do you get any input in that?
I think everyone does. There's not always that kind of one person that's vocal. Obviously Steph is the skipper, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But he's not the only one that's vocal. You have the likes of Leon when he's in there. You have the likes of Jimmy. You have the likes of Sam Field. Yeah, Cher. There's everyone is a leader in their very own way. So yeah, it's very the input is very shared, really.
Yeah. And what would you say is your pre-match routine? So what do you usually get up to?
Obviously we're in like a few hours before kickoff. So obviously I'll probably wake up early, breakfast at home, the usual, and then obviously come in and then pre-match and then get ready for the game.
Yeah, makes sense. And what are your aspirations for the upcoming season?
Like this season,
Yeah, for the rest of the season and seasons beyond.
want to get goals as a first. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
but nah, as long as I just wanna, just keep playing with a smile on my face, get
Yeah.
goals and have consistent performances, really. You know what I mean? So yeah, that just simple and plain, really.
Yeah, that makes sense. And obviously at the moment your kit number's 30. Do you have a preferred number or are you happy with that?
No, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, is that what you're going to be sticking with? Yeah.
I think I'll be sticking with that. Yeah.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Who would you say is the unsung hero in your career? Someone who isn't usually like said to have an impact, but does have a real impact on you.
I think parents are number one, but if I were to say someone unsung, I'd probably give it to my one of my old managers under 15 level. His name is Damien Duff.
Yeah.
What a man, obviously, at times, when you have someone, outside your family who believes in you when no one else, doesn't, it only just makes you go, do that extra yard, if you know what I mean. So I think he's been very, very important in my life. I still keep in contact with him. Yeah, he's a very good man. So yeah, I'd say him.
That's good to hear. So thank you for today, Sinclair. It's been a right honour for me, to be fair. Favourite player, so.
I appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. And come on yours.
Yes, lad. See you soon. Thank you.